I think 350Z, they do a million things to Z's. Dang. The 236.2 ain't bad. Yeah, all right. I think this was our last lap. Let's see where this puts. This should put us purely in silver. I don't know how that was a faster time. I was behind myself the whole time. Somehow making money. I'm making moves. Oh, damn. Half second. See if I can hold on to it. Nice book of parts you can order. That was it. Pushing too hard. Jesus. In my last shop, there was a guy that had an Evo that had something like a 900 wheel horsepower, ran on alcohol, that kind of shit. 237.8, and I got a 236. Beautiful. I'll take it. Depends on the Evo, though. I'm not a huge Mitsubishi guy, but it does depend on the Evo. There are certain Mitsubishis that I drive, but there's probably a bigger list of ones I wouldn't. Just saying. Just saying, homie. Hey, man. You had it out today. How was it running? Chaotic flame. 5 and 8. I can get that. I don't. Yeah. Somehow the 10 feels like all the cheat codes. But the 8, yeah, I'm with you. I like the 8. I actually like the 5s, the 4s, and the 3s. 3s aren't real aggressive looking. 5's pretty good. 4's not too bad. 4's a little soft, I think. Nope. Mitsubishi ain't much anything anymore. Be honest. Ugh. What is going on every day? All right, go back to it here. All right, what am I missing? What am I missing? Sorry about that. Eagle Talon. Actually, that was what's funny is there were a few of those that were kind of like in disguise. Like the Mitsubishi Eclipse was the one that everybody knew, but the Eagle Talons came stock as like basically I think the like GTS, which was already turbocharged and already all-wheel drive. Everybody's doing electric shit, that's for sure. They're not going to steer away from it. At least I don't see them doing so. I mean, how could you not like a factory-built race car for the road? I mean, that's really what the GTD is, isn't it? They weren't selling any. And the company was having issues. I bet it is. God, I bet it's sick. I bet it's fucking crazy sick. Are you talking about all the wankles? All the wankles? Like them Celicas. See, I don't know. I go back and forth. It's way different than it used to be. Oh yeah. How crazy do I want to be? There's an Evo. Speaking of which, that's a 4, I think. Let's see. I want to give me a race. I want to race. What do I want to race? I'm gonna race. Uh-oh. R34s are pretty cool. Oh yeah. What you do is you buy a GTS, which has the RB in it and doesn't have all the panache that the GTRs do. And then you buy all the GTR bits for it. And you essentially just have an R32 GTS, and then you buy a bunch of Skyline mods for it, essentially. Is the cheap way to do it. At least that's the way I know that guys have done 32s and 33s. I think I got a Celica on here. Hold on. The R35 again. It's one of those cars, for some odd reason, it felt like a cheat code. I don't know why, but there are certain cars that feel like somebody typed in a cheat code, and some cars they didn't. So, like, I'm trying to think of some good examples besides the two you just brought up. I mean, R35s felt like a cheat code. Evo 10s felt like a cheat code. Yeah, they were fast and all those things, but what'd they build them for? Oh, hell yeah, I'd take an R8 over an R35. 100%. Poor man's Lambo. Yeah, fully manual. Drove one. The neat car. Poor man's Lambo, though. Poor man's Lambo for the poor man's Lambo. It's R8 is the poor man's Lambo of basically a Gallardo. Gallardo? I feel like the Family Guy episode. But Gallardo. But then there's the Murcielago came out at the same time, so. Third gen Viper, huh? See, the first Vipers, you know, they were so raw. Something about them first Vipers when I was a kid, man. Television show and the concept car at the car shows. It was crazy, man. I loved that Viper when it first came out. And then they dropped the GTS, that blue with white stripes. That's cool. That's cool. And you're right, they're scary fast. Didn't weigh nothing. They weren't safe. They weren't real cars initially. They were like, hey, there's this concept car. And they were like, well, we need money and people think we should. And well, we can, so we're gonna. Wild, wild machines, man. Did you really? I mean, the Mustang has the same vibes the GT500 does. Not quite as bad as a Viper, because it's not so much weight over the front wheels and so little over the rear. Car that has ever scared me. Yeah, I mean, I've driven a few things that scared me. I'm trying to think. But I don't think I ever scared myself from the speed of it. I was scared of the 66 Shelby that I drove only because it was worth too much. I drove a Model A. That's right, I took you for a ride in that, didn't I, Volvo guy? And that was before I did any of the work to it. That was when it was stock. Before it went on a diet and gained some horsepower. Can I get into it? Well, let me in. Nope.